Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Netters Network Thursday Things, where we have a very special guest waiting in the green room. But until I bring him out, let me introduce to you my co-host for the evening. You know him as that guy at the end of the bar, the love of my life, Troy Pacelli. How you doing tonight, sweetie? And what are you sipping on?
I'm uh I'm not feeling too well tonight, so I'm sipping on a diet ginger beer to hopefully settle my stomach a bit.
I'm so
Forgive me
sorry.
if I'm a little quiet tonight.
Do you want me to get you some Rolaids or Tums or something?
No, you're on a stream. If I need that stuff, I'll get it myself.
Okay, it's in the medicine chest,
I know.
the third shelf down.
Thank you, sweetie.
The plain ones are in there.
Yes.
The fruity ones are on the top shelf.
The fruity ones are on the top shelf, not the bottom shelf or the middle shelf, and not underneath the sink, but
Well, it's the tallest
I
shelf
know,
for
sweetie.
the Tums and Rolaids bottle.
Thank you.
They're fruit flavored.
I know. Not the brown phone. Tim says Troy needs more booze. No, right now I need to get my stomach in order so I can have booze tomorrow.
Yes, exactly. And tomorrow I will be having a special drink, but I'm not going to reveal it until then. Troy doesn't even know what I'm going to have.
I have a guess.
I'm hoping not to have gas.
Guess, not gas, you goof.
I thought you said gas. Okay. Yeah, I'm I'm a little ill myself. My voice goes in and out, so if it suddenly changes from this to like Mickey Mouse or Jessica Rabbit, I'm losing my voice. Also, I'm still trying to figure out how Troy and I both got a cold when we don't see people, when we don't go out. It's like we go out maybe once every 2 weeks to get groceries or something, and that's about it. And we didn't really go anywhere this weekend. Actually, we didn't go anywhere this weekend. So it's kind of like, how did we get sick? Yeah, weird. Well, first in was Curtis Selby at 4:52. Howdy, folks. I'll be there after I finish my stream. Awesome. Welcome. And of course, Lady Myst with her beautiful hearts and flowers. Yeah, I can hear the gravel starting in my throat. So I'm starting to sound gravelly. JPRPH1 saying hello. Oh, there's my hello. Curtis Selby came back. Look at that. Let's see. We have this deleted scenes guy. I've heard of him. He's got like all these different streams. Yeah. I don't think the guy ever sleeps. Let's see. Who else do we have here? Everybody saying hi to everybody. We have Tim in the chat. Welcome. Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies. If you ever want me to record that for you, I'd be happy to record just that bit for you so that you can use it in your promos because it's Groovy Movies. Yep. I just love saying it. Then there's this Netter person. She's flirting with that Troy guy again. Let's see, Curtis. And I don't think I said hello to Connie yet, so Connie's saying hello. Welcome. And Connie had mentioned in chat that she sent a message to Lady V and hasn't gotten a response back. I know Curtis talks to her from time to time or sees her on different streams from time to time. I guess she's just really busy, so she hasn't had a chance to come back, but she is missed. Let's see. And there's that last call guy flirting back with Netter. Like, I need to get room.
Yep.
Big Al presents. Have a great stream, my friends. Hope everyone is having a lovely evening. Aw, thank you, Big Al. D. Pensac, how you doing tonight, sweetie? JPRPH1 saying hello to everyone. Yeah, I'm all stuffed up now. Okay, this is cute. Chirp, chirp.
Yep.
Okay. Do I have Samuel Proctor? Okay, you weren't here when I did my earlier hellos, so I gotta make sure I put that in my chat. Saying hello to everyone. In fact, I'm going to do that now because I don't like missing saying hello to my sweeties in my chat. Yeah, I'm starting to sound pretty gravelly. Let's see. Geek Flag with Nate knows. Bonjour. Comment ça va? Je suis très bien. Et toi? Yes, we're cultured over here. We speak other languages. Troy speaks Klingon. I speak a smidgen of French. I mean, my maiden name was La France. Well, actually, Dipena de France. So when you have a name like that, you better know some French. Hey, Boomer. How you doing, Boomer? Gotta put you in my other chat, too. Yeah, I have to go back and forth between StreamYard and YouTube so I can do comments. Because if I do the comments in StreamYard, my little heart doesn't seem to show up. So I have to go into YouTube in order to do my chat. And did I do my Hi Sweetie in for Geek Flags? You know what? If I did, you're getting a second one. I don't remember doing it in my YouTube, so I'll make sure I have my Hi Sweetie in there. Let's see. Who else do we have? Got lots of peeps in chats. Okay, I'm at the bottom. So welcome, everyone. I am so happy to see you all here. Love the way you guys are encouraging one another with hellos. I do want to remind you that the link to our special guest is pinned to the top of the chat. So please right-click on there and make sure that you're subbed. And if you think you're subbed, go back and double-check you're still subbed because YouTube. I lost 6 subs just recently. So please double-check that you're still subbed to me and Troy as well because YouTube's been being weird. I think Troy said he lost like 2 or 3 recently too. So YouTube's being YouTube. Oh, hi, Darth Plato. Darth Plato. And let me put that in there. Darth and hi, sweetie. Yeah, so please double check to make sure that you are still subbed to everyone because YouTube's been doing its, I'm going to call it a sweep and just take away subs again, even though they claim they don't actually do that. We know they do that. So, yeah, I'd appreciate if you make sure that you're still subbed to them. Okay, now I've said hello to everybody in the chat. Let me bring in a YouTuber that you all know, Emma.
Or you should.
Yeah. And I know you've been on at least one of his streams in the chat, and he has a lot of them. So if there's really can't be any possible way that you have not been in at least one of his streams. He pretty much streams every day of the week, except Wednesday, I think. Pretty much. Let's see.
I mean, he needs
Tuesday?
to sleep sometime.
Nah. Because yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of streams out there. So let me introduce to you my special guest for the evening, Deleted Scenes. How you doing tonight, sweetie? And what are you sipping on?
I'm doing very well, and I have some sweet tea.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm drinking Waterloo. What are you? Waterloo Summerberry Sparkling Water. Because I tend to drink water on the streams, not really much of anything else. Once in a blue moon, I might have something else, but it's very rare. So, returning guests, you have been here a couple of times, and you have grown your channel by leaps and bounds. It seems like every time you come on, there's like another milestone that you've hit. So it's like I think the first time you came on, you were kind of midline where you weren't monetized yet. You're still I want to say maybe like 500 or 600 subscribers somewhere in there, and then you exploded.
Kind of blew up, yeah.
You just exploded.
Yeah.
So now you've got you're monetized. And how many subs do you have now?
I was up to 2,771.
Jeez.
That's dropped.
So as I
I
make
think I
sure
think it
that
dropped
you,
one or two. That's why you have to make sure that you are subscribed, because YouTube will unsubscribe you without your permission.
exactly. That's why I said go back and double check you're still
Yeah.
subbed to every member of the panel and every member of the chat because YouTube. Um, but you have streams pretty much every day of the week. So let's see. Tuesdays you've got Sparkle 21. Thursday after this show, you have your weekend update. Oh, I didn't set up my redirect. I gotta make sure I do that. I'm presuming your stream's up, and that's the only reason why I didn't do it yet is because I think when I was going to do it, you didn't have it up yet.
Yeah,
So I got to do
up.
my redirect. So you stay here, and you'll see more deleted after the show. Let's see. You do things on Fridays, don't you? I know you do a bunch of stuff on Saturdays and Sunday. And is there any day you don't stream besides Wednesday?
Well, sometimes on Wednesday. It depends.
Sometimes on Wednesday. Okay.
But, yeah.
Listen, the man never sleeps.
It does seem that way sometimes.
Okay, what is Troy saying? The first rule of French warfare: France's armies are victorious only when not led by Frenchmen.
That chorus again kind of had had a few victories there for the French.
Yeah. We have you have, like I said, grown by leaps and bounds. You've got all these subscribers now. You've been monetized for a while now. You've got all these different streams. So, and each one is different. So you've got the Sparkle 21 for the Star Trek. Oi, for the Twin Peaks fans. I'm thinking sci-fi-y, and I said Star Trek instead. But for the Twin Peaks fans or sci-fi fans, they can go to watch you on Sparkle 21. And actually, after Sparkle 21 is over, because I'm sure there's not that many episodes left, what do you have plans for Tuesday nights? Do you have anything in the works?
Not at present. I do have one or two ideas. Perhaps it's just a matter of who I can trick into following me along on whatever I might have cooked up.
Okay.
That's usually what this is all about. It's just a matter of Shanghaiing and fooling people into coming on the streams with you. It's the best way.
Well, it's like Troy's doing Blake 7 on Tuesday nights after Sparkle 21. You know, another brilliant sci-fi series is Red Dwarf, and that goes on for several seasons. It's like, if you're looking for ideas.
I'm definitely looking forward to watching Blake 7. It's Tuesday night's episode. That was my first time.
Really? Okay, great.
I love
the
Blake
episode
7.
Of Blake 7. So,
I have a new person in my chat. Wait, where'd it go?
Oh, yes.
Joe Juggalo?
Yes, I know him from 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser. He follows him, and now he's been
now you've been netterized. It's like, welcome. So happy to have you here. So here y'all go. Here's another person for y'all to subscribe to. If any of my beautiful wrenches could please drop the link for John Doe's channel in the chat, that would be lovely. Excuse me. For those of you who came in afterwards, Troy and I are both a little bit under the weather. He's got an upset stomach, but I've got a cold going on here. So I've got the sore throat, losing my voice, stuffed up. So yay, fun stuff. So if my voice is going in and out, that's why. David Pensek says Black Adder is great. Oh yeah, Black Adder. That would be another good one. It's like I love all those shows. So there you go. You're getting some good ideas for upcoming streams after Sparkle 21. So that's great. And then let's see. You said you occasionally do on Wednesdays. So what kind of things do you do on Wednesdays?
Well, I am the occasional guest host on the Physical Media Show over on Fanzine Vids channel.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Awesome.
Yeah. Whenever he needs somebody to sub, it's usually Greg, Tom Connors, of course, from the Nets Edge, as well as the Rookie Critic and formerly Runner Blaze. So it's whenever one of them can't make it or might be late, I'm kind of the go-to. I'm kind of the go-to guy if they can't get Robert Meyer Burnett. So
well, I'll tell you what. I mean, if you're playing second fiddle to him, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take it. Or Austin Trunick, or whoever they can, whoever they have on speed dial.
Right.
And John Doe, I just subbed to, and actually I just dropped your link in the chat.
There you go. That helps me out.
Yeah, it was easy. So there you go. So please make sure that you are subbed to our new face in the stream. And John, if you sub back to people who sub to you, that's awesome, because in this community, together we grow.
Absolutely.
That's if you know Orville Nation, he's always saying that we're a family here, so we support one another. And I'm always saying that a sub costs you nothing, but it's immeasurable to the person that's getting that sub, getting that thumbs up, getting that comment, the video watches, whatever it is.
Let that rumor get out. Come to our streams, get people to sub to you. I'm good with that. That would actually be great PR.
It's like, and I'm still working on that. Once I become monetized, I only need 570 more watch hours before I can get to the monetization level. So I'm getting there. Yeah. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. It is 670. Is it? Now I got to look again. Hold on.
I totally misread what John Doe said. He said, just sub to Netters. Already sub to, I thought he said demented in last call. Which actually.
Okay, demented scenes. Okay. Yep. Probably closer to the truth.
Hey, yeah, sometimes I'm a little demented.
Yeah.
Okay, where to go? Earn. Okay. I need.
To be fair, Darth Plato, deleted scenes is pulled in a lot of directions too.
I have 2,438 watch hours. So was that 570-ish?
Yeah, I need about the same for my
4,000.
For my 4,000, yeah. Yeah, hopefully the Blake 7 stream helps a bit with that. I took a hit this week because I didn't do a double feature on Monday. And the 1 hour Blake 7 didn't really make up for it. So I gotta buckle down.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that you never really know which video is going to hit. I happen to luck into some videos that went viral. I have Outlaw Bill to thank for those, I would say half the subscribers I would not have if it weren't for him.
What?
I think that's pretty safe to say.
Which I think is why, our whole community is doing a great job working together the way we do. The multi-streaming and so forth. I'll tell you, this was, I don't know why Netter and Boomer and I have been so slow to figure this out, but right after I had that whole hiccup with the electricity and internet going out in the middle of a stream, Boomer's like, what we need to do? We need to, hook up our StreamYard so that I can end your stream, or you can go live if I can't do my stream or whatever. I'm like, that's actually not a bad idea. We really should.
Nope, absolutely.
We really, really should.
And Troy still needs to get on mine as a admin or whatever, so that he can do the same.
That's what I mean. We've been slow to do it, but we will.
Let's see. Okay, so and then Thursday you have weekend updates. You're letting everyone know what's going on.
In fact, they'll be auto-dramatically sent over there tonight at the end of this
It will once I set that up.
Okay. Okay.
But hey, my lovelies, you're not showing me the love.
Yeah.
I have 14 thumbs up with 22 people watching. You don't love me anymore?
Darth Plato says stream or perish. I mean, that is so true. I was telling Netter just before the stream, because we don't watch TV, we watch other YouTubers.
Yeah.
And one of the streams Netter got me watching was the Y-Files. And they just put one up today, and AJ starts. It's a compilation. He's been on holiday, and he's put up some compilation videos because he needed to take some time off. And I'm like, well, I can't watch a 4-hour video right now, but I saw that it was a compilation of videos going back to like the inception of his channel. It's like, oh, videos I probably have never even seen before. And he starts out the video saying something like, I really, really want to express my appreciation for you clicking on this video. YouTube says that they don't penalize you when you take time off, but that's not true. They absolutely do.
Oh yeah.
And to hear someone like AJ with, as big a channel as he's got, say it really means so much when you click on a video and watch it, even if you leave it. He even said, even if you leave it playing in the background, it helps us so much.
Absolutely.
And I was like, man, it doesn't change, right? We say that when we're just starting out, and he's saying that when he's got thousands and thousands of followers.
Yeah, it's like the watch hours I've gotten recently, the jump that I've gotten in the watch hours is because all of you lovely people have been putting on, my channel, clicking play all or whatever, and just letting them run in the background while you're doing other things. And I've been getting extra watch hours just from that, and I appreciate it so much because every little bit helps. I mean, I'm still, was it about 570 away from being able to be monetized, but I'm a heck of a lot closer than I was. So I certainly appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of you. I can't tell you that enough. Excuse me. And hello to Darkwood Presents.
Yes, I was going to say hi to Darkwood.
Please send donations of cheese.
Yes, I was just reading that. Please send donations of cheese. I'm like, okay. I mean, I like cheese too.
But for me, I need aged sharp cheddar. So I like the drier cheeses.
You like dry and salty is what you like.
Well, more dry than anything. Yeah. I never liked the wet cheeses. So
yeah.
It's like, give me a dry cheese and I'm happy.
Yeah.
We're getting out to really weird subjects now.
Something else that I do, this is just because it makes it easier for me. Whenever I see you guys go live and I'm just too busy, I can't get over there, I hit the like button, and then I save to watch later. I've got a long list of watch later, so it sometimes takes me a while to get to it, but I'll get to it. And then throughout the day, I'll play all these videos while I'm working or whatever.
Okay, I think Geek Flag has got to be my biggest fan. He says, Netters, you're 24/7 on my desktop at home, and I watch your channel on my phone on my lunch break at work. You are so sweet.
You're wonderful.
Thank you.
You are wonderful. You really, really
and then Darth Plato said, when is Troy's 24/7 Truman Show format starting?
I know, right? Holy crap.
We are thinking about, or I'm thinking about, and I got to rope Troy into it because he has to be my video consultant.
The first time I'm hearing about this one.
No, I've mentioned this before. That on Thanksgiving we start
in the morning
and we just play films all day long. But we just got to put together like a list of films and what times about they'll be on.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, maybe you don't want to watch the first one, but you want to watch the second one, or you want to watch the fourth one.
It's funny because I've already started on that list.
Oh, awesome.
So, for example, Squanto, A Warrior's Tale from 1994. The New World from 2005. Of course, we got to get Planes, Trains, and Automobiles in there somewhere.
So you're saying these are all Thanksgiving related?
Yeah.
Do you have the Charlie Brown ones in there?
No, but I was thinking of that. So yeah.
And if anyone has any other suggestions for Thanksgiving themed movies, drop them in the chat. I'm happy to have them. Okay, getting back to our guest, because we got sidetracked there. Let's see. Then you're doing the Western cinema and gosh, I keep wanting to call it the Midnight Show. That's not what it's called. Other Side of Midnight.
Yes.
Big Al says Scent of a Woman. That's a Thanksgiving show? Okay. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yes.
George Plato says, I like honest channels, not the clickbaity ones. Yeah, I don't clickbait anybody. You just have so many streams, I can't keep up.
I'm hoping for a Troy Goes to a Liquor Store video. I love that idea. Let's see if I can't get some sponsorships first.
We should have Vinny's try and sponsor you.
I know, right?
Like we spend so much money there.
I know.
So what are your shows on Saturday that you do, so everyone's aware of those?
I on occasion I am a guest panelist on what is formally called Saturday Afternoon Matinee. Sometimes it's one of the Tom and Jerry shows. It's over on Pop Culture Minefields channel, where there'll be a discussion on whatever film they have in mind for that day. They do that on Wednesdays and Fridays, where they mostly focus on television, and then they do another movie on Saturday. And usually I'm on the Saturday shows because the other days of the week are sometimes a little bit more difficult for me to jump in on account of schedule, which is another thing is, I am not at a point where YouTube pays for everything. I am very much
I'm hoping to get there someday myself, maybe when I grow up.
But sadly I don't have like Nerderotic or Drinkers numbers. I wish I did, but I'm not there yet. And
hell, I'd be happy to have the Drinkers alcohol count.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have to have a regular 9 to 5 job. So I have to kind of schedule everything around work, and that can make things difficult sometimes because there have been occasions where I've had to back out of shows just because I just don't have the time, and it's unfortunate, or something out of my hands will happen last minute, and it's how life goes, so I'm basically the same channel I've always been. I'm a guy sitting in his living room with a laptop on a TV tray looking at my big screen because I'm going half blind looking at computer screens. But
I get that.
It's difficult planning around things sometimes.
Yeah. Let's say hello to Dave's Dimension and
yes, hello.
Evelyn Hampton. And where to go? Geek Flag, what Nate wants to know, were you and David Lynch separated at birth?
He gets that a lot.
I do, especially in the last year or so. No, we were not separated at birth. But who knows? In a parallel dimension, we could have been. Just to say. I know Nate.
Let's be honest. You're his Black Lodge doppelganger.
Oh, well. Nate did have another question before that. Says, what is your first name? If you choose not to answer, that's okay. well, everybody pretty much, anybody who's been like following me from the beginning pretty much knows who I am, because I never tried to hide who I am. My first name is Stephen. I'm named
Hi,
after my dad.
Steven.
And so, you can call me Steven, you can call me Deleted. It doesn't really matter. Deleted Scenes really is just more of a brand. It was just like a fun thing to call the channel. And I was going to call it Deleted Citizen at one point, and then I thought it might sound a little too dark. But now I don't really know. Maybe it would have been apropos. Who's to say?
Yeah,
I
Evelyn.
was. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, Evelyn. Yeah, we would be able to do cartoons if we had them, but the thing is, we're going off movies that we have or can get relatively easy. I wouldn't know where to get a lot of those cartoons. I have to be able to show them.
Another question that was in the chat from Nate was, when did you first get introduced to the works of David Lynch? It was actually through Dune. Well, I thought through Dune, but I had seen The Elephant Man before that, and I did not make the connection that it was the same director.
Oh,
So
okay.
I really didn't pay attention to the whole behind the scenes thing, who wrote or directed a film. I didn't really pay attention to that, in my earlier days. So I didn't make the connection that, okay, same director. So I say Dune, but technically it's Elephant Man.
Okay.
And then I just kind of went on from there, really. And it's been quite an odyssey. And now I'm here on YouTube doing a show about his TV show. It's funny how that
He's
worked
got
out.
some interesting, interesting show, interesting movies that he's done.
Yeah.
You just gotta go along with the weird and not try to figure it out, because you're never going to.
Like I will be upfront in saying I don't get Lost Highway. I think I do, but I could be totally wrong.
We could chew on that one together, I think.
I'm sure. Yeah.
So, Troy, are you keeping up with all the movie suggestions? I've been trying to write them down.
I've got my own list. I haven't even been looking at the chat.
Well, I've got, let's see. So far I've written down Black Friday with Bruce Campbell, Caligula, Son-in-Law, Black Sunday, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Wait, I got Son-in-Law. Okay, here's what I've got. Okay.
I'm going from the chat.
I got Squanto, A Warrior's Tale, The New World, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, Scent of a Woman, Son-in-Law. You've got Mail, Tower Heist, Friendsgiving, the horror movie by Elon Roth, Thanksgiving, The Pilgrims, The Vanished, Alice's Restaurant, The Myth of Fingerprints, The Blind Side, Addams Family Values, Garfield's Thanksgiving. And I'm still going.
I don't think you'll get all of those in one day.
No, probably not.
I'm always the Friday as well.
Yeah, we may continue on through Friday. We'll
we might even do a bunch of movies on Thursday on my channel, and then a bunch of movies on Troy's channel the next day.
Hell, we can go right up until your Saturday rewatch.
We could.
We'll have to sleep in shifts.
Baby. Yeah, it's like I'm trying to go through here. So the ones that I saw, and I'm sure I missed a couple, so if I did, say them again. I have Black Friday with Bruce Campbell, Black Sunday, Caligula, Son-in-Law, Toast of London, Rocky and Bullwinkle. So if there's any that I missed, tell me them again so I can get them down, because every suggestion will be considered, and some of these I hadn't heard of, so it's like, yeah, I want to get them in there. Did you put down Scent of a Woman?
I did put down Scent of a Woman.
And I just came across that one again.
Yeah, good movie there, especially that final speech she has at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, just don't
Good
make
movie.
me watch the Coffee is for Closers movie again. It is so flippin' boring.
You didn't like it?
I did not like it.
Okay.
I did not like it at all. It's like it dragged and was so boring. It's like, how can a movie be this boring?
You think
It was like
okay.
putting up a camera in somebody's regular office and then just watching people work. It's like,
and
no.
and steal and lie and cheat and
Yeah.
yeah.
And then be desperate for getting, well, in this case, because they're salesmen, desperate for getting that sale. And it's like, you know, this is their livelihood. And you're just getting to see this desperation and everything. It's like, it's kind of sad. I mean, I know what it's like to be wondering where your next paycheck's coming from, but it's like, it's sad. I don't need to see that in a movie. So, let's see. I'm just scrolling to see if I can catch any more films that I missed. YouTubers Anonymous. Okay. Oh, so you talk about Saturday. Sunday. What are you doing all on Sunday?
All right. Well, Sunday I co-host Western Cinema Presents with Outlaw Bill. I've been doing that for a couple of years now. The next movie coming up is going to be The Outlaw Josie Wales, which just so happens to be my favorite all-time Clint Eastwood movie. So I'm really looking forward to doing that every chance I have a chance to sit down and watch that film. Hell, I'll take it. So that's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern. All the times I say will be Eastern. Let's see. Of course, I have my show Unscripted, which is at 8 p.m. where it's basically where I get the vent, for about an hour or so. That's the one where I get to kind of go off a little bit on whatever subject. I try not to. I try to interject some humor into it, but but I do. That's the show where I tend to cover the more serious subjects.
Okay. I've got two things. Santa Patrick saying, you guys are talking about Thanksgiving. We're talking about Thanksgiving because we need time to plan for all the movies that we need to pull and get ready for streaming on Thanksgiving Day and possibly the day after Thanksgiving. So that's why we're talking about Thanksgiving now. For Halloween, we will most likely be showing on whichever day is closest to it. We'll be showing probably the Peanuts Halloweens and that sort of thing. Well, you can show a horror film. Let's see. What day of the week does it fall on? Now I got to look. September, October. Okay, it's a Thursday. Oh, okay. So on October 31st, since I don't think I have anybody for Thursday things, we can make it a horror night, sweetie. If you're up for it.
Make which night a horror night?
Halloween.
Oh, absolutely.
Thursday.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like, come up with something good.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Something that really scared the people.
What's funny is we could actually make Thanksgiving a horror night. We got the Thanksgiving. There's Pilgrim from Hulu. There's a few horror movies. Black Friday.
What's Pilgrim?
It's a Blumhouse one. They were doing an anthology, kind of in the style of Into the Dark, and Pilgrim was their Thanksgiving installment.
Darkwood presents this for Halloween. I break out the old prop Bloody Mache and put on my mask. I don't give out candy. I go to the bars and walk around staring at people. But then we have a question for you, Deleted. Nate wants to know, what's the most boring movie you've ever watched?
Well, there have been a few this year actually that could qualify.
And what do you think about that? Tim is suggesting wild horses.
Wild. Well, it wasn't some. No.
I know for me.
He's joking with you
He,
there.
he's ripping on.
Yeah,
on
he's yeah. No.
Okay.
Wild horse is not good. Not good at all. I'll tell you about that off screen. Anyway, most I don't know, because it's kind of different degrees of boring. If I tell you one, Zardoz.
Well, boring and bad are not the same thing. Yeah.
No, but I was bored because I didn't get it, and I was just kind of, and if I tune out, then I consider it a boring movie. I thought Red Sonja was boring the first time I saw it. Let's see, what's another boring one?
Oh yeah,
Castle of Fu Manchu is one. You know, if you have Christopher Lee in your film playing Fu Manchu and you can't make that movie interesting, you got a problem. So that's a few that come to mind.
Oh, the Hampton wants to know if there's a Thanksgiving horror movie where the turkeys fight back. I don't know.
Well, I don't know about the turkeys, but I know that in the Dead Gentleman production of the Gamers, the mage brought their dinner back to life. He reanimated the turkey, and the chicken, and the chicken attacked. Chicken attack.
You made me watch that.
Come on, that Asian yodeling guy is pretty good.
Goodness. We're like all over the place. We're talking about Thanksgiving. We're talking about Halloween. We're talking about Deleted.
Yeah. As Jesse Green has stated, that even MST3K couldn't make the Mask of Fu Manchu. Interesting. Yeah. That's how I saw that movie initially. Yeah.
Okay.
And think, okay, it was going to be so bad it was going to be funny. No, it's just boring. What is the plot of that film? I couldn't tell you. I have no idea.
Right.
Yeah, and I want to say hi to Sashi.
Oh, hey, Sashi.
And Jesse Green. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold, so I keep coughing.
I will not tolerate slander against Chicken Attack. There was no slander. It was just, I think Netter's kind of tired of it because I play it so much.
Yeah, he made me watch it. And I thought it was just one little thing, vignette.
There's more. There's more.
There's so much more. Oh my goodness.
So what is this now?
Chicken Attack.
Chickens?
I'll find it for you. I'll drop it in the private chat. Well, no, I'll drop it in the main chat so everyone can
be subjected to it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, there are certain things where it's like, are you kidding me?
I am not.
Let's see. Dark Plato said, turkeys don't fly like seagulls, but they can take flight unless their wings are clipped by farmers. Huh.
Or they're artificially fattened up.
Okay, I'm going to. Is this a joke? There's an animated movie called Freebirds about time traveling turkeys going back to the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu.
No, he's not kidding. That's an actual movie.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time traveling turkeys.
Yep.
Okay, gotta add that one to the list.
Well, this is not really a per se a Thanksgiving film, but if you wanted to go in that direction, how about Chicken Run?
Oh, I remember that film.
Yeah, the claymation.
Yeah,
Aardman claymation film. Yeah, that's a fun one. That always cracks me up.
Okay, there we go.
It's like, I think I've got everybody. Oh, thank you, Connie, that you hope I feel better. Yeah, it's just a cold, but it's just one of those ones that just makes you feel kind of grunky. and I'm losing my voice. So I'm going to be having to make my special cough drops, which I know I've told you all about before. At some point, I want to actually do a video of me making them so that y'all can see how they're done. I just need to get like I think I need to get like a hot plate type thing where it's I'm looking for ones like 2 burners, so I've got enough room to maneuver on. And I actually would love any of your all suggestions. If any of you use hot plates, even if it's just like for camping, but it's like this is a really good one, let me know. You can DM me on Twitter or email me at my personal email, nanettepacelli@yahoo.com, and just put in the subject line, like camp stove or something. I think it's spam. Because I'm looking for a good one, just so I could do cooking videos as demos. Because there's a couple things people have asked me to make. I'm like, well, I can't really get a camera in a good spot on my stove to show. So that's why I want to do the hot plate thing. Put like a table in my kitchen with the hot plate on there, and then video facing me, so the camera's behind. So that's where the wall would be. So, oh, and I also said smoke shop on Thanksgiving. I remember, I want to go to see my auntie's butt.
I was just looking something up. What?
Slap shot for Thanksgiving. You get to see Michael Onkeen's butt.
Okay.
Sheriff Truman?
Yes, I know. I've seen it before. You made me watch it.
I don't think so. Maybe.
Yep.
Oh, I think I was telling you about it because Paul Newman and the twins that were just so weird and funny in this thing.
Yes.
But yeah, if those of you who are on the Twin Peaks stream and Sheriff Truman, Michael Onkeen's character, if you want to see his butt, watch Slapshot, because at the end of the film he does a striptease and he's down to his jockstrap, so you get to see that cute little butt. There you go, for the ladies and the gentlemen that are inclined that way. So Delita, do you have anything in the works that's coming up that you want to promote?
Well, I was planning on doing a series that was the Read What You Own challenge. And I had 4 videos, 3-4 videos lined up. And I was thinking about bringing a guest on for a video. Okay. And he was somebody who was kind of an inspiration for the thing. Then he made a video where he basically threw IST at about half of his subscriber base. And I went, yeah, well, this is where we part company,
Yeah, I don't blame you.
That's
a big no.
Yeah. So that's kind of on hold right now. That, and I don't have the time to always sit down and read like I used to, which is very unfortunate. But I'm going to be probably doing a thing about that here pretty soon. I want to do more reviews. I want to do more shorts. I want to do, kind of short form videos. I've been threatening to do this what's on my shelf segment for a while now. And, between movies and DVDs, CD, books, other physical media, I think I have plenty of material, in the meantime. So yeah, I want to start doing that here pretty soon. It again, just a matter of, sitting down and, finding the time and recording the videos and whatnot. And
yeah,
but I do want to grow the channel, and I do want to pretty things up a bit, I'd like to do like a channel trailer that is something other than my shooting it on the phone. So I'm looking to talk to a couple of people about that. So we'll see. I mean, I want to do more. I'd like to do my own watch parties. It's just a matter of not only the time, but also tech issues, because for those of you who maybe haven't been around as long watching my channel, one of the reasons why I don't show my face on the air as much as I used to is the fact that whereas it'll be perfectly fine when I'm looking at the screen on StreamYards, I'll go back and watch it later and it's all pixelated and you can barely see anything. And, I would want to change that before I did anything any further. And it's also a matter, I have kind of a bandwidth issue. That's what everybody's kind of telling me. You need to get more bandwidth. And I'm like, I don't know what that is because I'm an idiot when it comes to this stuff, And I just got Control V figured out, and that's kind of the extent of my knowledge. But so it's kind of low tech for a reason. I'm an old guy, and I don't know anything about this newfangled equipment of yours. What's that weird computer you're holding there, Steve? Well, I'll tell you, it's a book. So I'm that guy. Technology peaked with frozen pizza.
Well, that's actually a thought. What you could do is pick a favorite book of yours and then video yourself reading a chapter. And depending on how many chapters there are, that's how long that particular series will go. So if, the book's got 30 chapters, then you have 30 different streams right there of you just reading a chapter each time. And kind of like you're an audiobook. And getting people interested in that book so that maybe they want to go out and buy it themselves. Or for like people who don't have time to read, but they don't mind listening, they can hear you reading the book. And it's like, oh, wow, that sounds really interesting. But there's a couple of ones like that I will listen to on a channel called Real Story. And I can listen to them while I'm working. And I'd have to, I love to read. Troy can tell you, I've got a library full of books. But I don't always have time. But I can listen to something while I'm working. So something like that might be an idea for you.
Yeah, I've thought of that. But would they... What's the copyright situation on something like that, though?
Yeah, so I've heard some YouTubers say that they've run into problems with that when they've done readings of books and whatnot. So yeah, that might be a consideration.
Because that's the thing that's sort of holding me back from doing that. But I mean, it's an idea. I've thought about it. I'm wondering if that could be a member stream thing, like a member exclusive thing.
Yeah.
That it's something to look into. Tim is saying copyright law sucks. Yeah, because because
this half-handed kind of way of dealing with it. It's very draconian. There is this whole segment of copyright law called fair use, and that is completely ignored. It is completely ignored. And when you ignore half the law, it kind of invalidates any concept of fairness.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things we have to deal with behind the scenes is we get hit a lot on copyrights. I don't even bother to monetize, if I'm doing a karaoke stream, There's no point in it, because you would have to cut so much of the show out that you wouldn't have a video left, really. I did a simulcast with Pop Culture Minefield, talking about not Black Hawk Down, the other one, Zero Dark 30. And he showed some behind the scenes footage of the film. And of course, even though we talked over it and had the sound down, we still got hit with copyright.
Yeah.
But I figured, ordinarily, if it was just me, I would leave it, because I don't like cutting my shows down. But I figured this once, and to try it for myself to see, okay, I will kind of nick these few minutes out of the video. What will it hurt? It actually is pretty seamless.
Yeah.
But still got the copyright. Even though I cut the footage out, it's still a copyright claim.
Yep.
So it's like, well, what's the point of telling me to cut it if it's still going to be a copyright? This is okay. I won't waste my time next time. Yeah, it's just, you never really know, because they don't tell you. I mean, sometimes they do. Like Bill and I were going to show McClintock, a John Wayne film, and it's public domain now. But what happened was we got hit for the music that was in the film. And the stream basically got taken down, and we had to just, okay, we can go ahead with the show, we just can't air the film. So that happened.
That's kind of sucky.
It is, because here's the thing that you have to understand. When we do watch parties, we as content creators, we want to show you the film, because there are channels that for whatever reason are allowed to do that. And I'm not talking like guys like Mr. Londell. I don't mean him. Yeah. But I'm talking about these channels, and I've noticed them a lot more lately. And hello, Shadow of the Raven. One thing that I have noticed a lot, really in the last couple of months, I'm seeing brand new 2024 movies showing up on YouTube, unedited. Hell, I've watched a couple of them, I'll be honest. But how can these channels do that, but not other channels? I don't see difference, and maybe they get hit later, I don't know. But it's something that I've noticed a lot of. But those, going back to channels like yours and mine and Bill's, we want to show these films. We want to bring good entertainment to people. But unless the movie is public domain, and sometimes not even then, we can't air it. But then we will always get somebody in the comments who are always going, well, I'm going to turn your channel in because you're not showing the movie. I go, okay, you're going to report me for following YouTube's guidelines. Yeah. Good luck with that. And by the way, thank you for helping with the algorithm for commenting on the video. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're helping my channel. Thank you. And Corey's here. Wookie's Movies and Music. Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome. Yeah. So it's weird, because you see, how can this channel show Borderlands but mine can't? Not that I would show Borderlands, but you know, you get my drift. I get that. You know,
I often wonder that. It's like, I'll see on YouTube somebody's playing like an entire film, and it's like, how are they able to do that without getting a strike? But if I tried to show that exact same film, I'd get a strike. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's rather annoying.
You know, I had this whole thing go on for like a couple of weeks that I seem to just now be crawling out of, where it's just all my views just pretty much went into the dumpster. And when Bill and I did the Blazing Saddle show, which we advertised that for months. And like 23 people watched a video when according to YouTube, and I know we had twice that in the chat. Then I know something is wrong.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you go from, you know, having your videos and, you know, consistently triple digit, and I'm not like, you know, trying to praise myself here. I'm just going by the numbers that I see. You know, when I am in triple digits to even 4 or 5 digits in some cases, and then all of a sudden your numbers dip back down into single digits like you just started out again.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. Weird. But so, you know, I report, you know, I go to Team YouTube, I report it, and they said, oh, well, it's probably because all of the views are fake bots. Oh, no, they're not. Because you're calling everybody who is in the chat right now, because they're all the same people who show up on my chats. These people are not bots. I know they're not. When I consistently have the same people show up in all of the chats, when I have the same people who always comment or DM me on another platform saying they enjoyed the show, you know, so I know who my people are and who aren't.
Exactly. We all pretty much have the same people in our streams.
We do.
So, you know, for example, we always have like the same like 15 people at least or whatever. It's like, and then which you're certainly only showing your numbers as like 3 or 4. It's like, no, I had more than those than that just in the chat alone, and I know they were following along and they did this and this and this. You know, yeah, something's wrong.
Yeah. But, you know,
Loki's Movies and Music says they're a fake bot.
Yeah.
Well, clearly, everyone knows that. No, you don't have a popular channel. Yeah. Darkwood says I get constantly accused of being a Russian bot. Yeah, you know, I've heard that story too. Yeah, when somebody goes and pulls the Russian thing on you, then you know who you're dealing with. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of nutcases out there.
There are.
Long Brain TV, welcome. They're asking if it's a shadow ban.
Yeah, that's what he's been.
Yeah, that's what I'm
presuming.
That's what I'm thinking it was. Yeah.
Welcome to the channel.
And again,
I've never seen you here before, so welcome.
Yeah, hello. And you know, again, you know, why did that happen? I don't know. Could it have been something I said during a show that got me sat down for a couple of weeks? Who knows? You know, like I said, I have the show unscripted. I do get more political on that show than I do on the other ones that I do. Is it possible that somebody at YouTube or maybe somebody listening to an episode of that show got upset by something that I said, or maybe took something the wrong way?
Well,
I would just like to know so that maybe, hey, I could avoid it or maybe reword something in the future.
And I'm not saying that this is something that YouTube does. I'm talking about a completely different platform. I remember when it was Twitter, and Twitter had some very sketchy rules that were unevenly applied. And it required being completely bought out by someone else for things to start getting just a wee bit more fair.
Yeah, it's like, I hate the double standards. It's this person can do this, but you can't. Well, why not? I don't know. It's because you're male, you're female, you're tall, you're short, you're thin, you're fat, you're
have
purple,
the wrong
green.
thing.
Yeah, whatever it is. You're a Republican, you're a Democrat, you're, I don't know, whatever. You're gay, you're straight, you're an alien. I don't know. But
I mean, that's the thing that's weird to me is that the people who claim to be the tolerant ones, this diversity and inclusion that I keep hearing about, yet they seem to be the ones who want to label everybody and exclude anybody that doesn't think as they do, and it's become something of a minefield to navigate your way around. You have when you have Jeremy Johns basically getting raked over the coals simply because he gave a good review to a movie, and he went down, and I mean, he's not the most analytical critic out there. It's bullet points. He usually reviews movies opening day, so he doesn't want to go too deep into spoilers. But when he goes, okay, I like this movie for this reason and this reason and this reason, but I also had issues with it because of this and this. He goes on, he's concise, he's honest, and he gets raked over the coals for that.
Dark Presents said they lost their Facebook and their Twitter. It's like, this stuff gets nuts.
Let me tell you, I'm not even on Facebook anymore. I got my site got hacked, or my login got hacked, and I tried fixing it like 2-3 times, and Facebook was absolutely no friggin' help. So I said, screw it, I'm done. I am not doing Facebook anymore. There's no reason for me to be on Facebook.
Yeah, it's like we used to be on it to play games, but then all the games went away. It's like, the creators decided they didn't want to do it anymore. So it's like, really, there was no reason for us
because they all pretty much went to mobile phones.
And so Troy and I are both on MeWe, which is a comparable site to Facebook without all the baloney.
Yeah, you can, any of the groups that you have in Facebook, you can create them on MeWe, but they're your own groups. You populate them with your community.
And you are in control of them, not anybody else.
Yeah.
And also on MeWe, you can say whatever the heck you want.
Yeah.
And no one's going to say, you can't say that.
Right.
Because you're going to hurt somebody's feelings.
Yep.
Well, like on Facebook, where they'll censor you if you say the wrong thing. Like there's some people that are very strongly against the gay community. I mean, I have some gay friends. I don't care if you're gay. I don't like things shoved down my throat, though. But I have some Facebook friends that are very vocal.
That's why I'm not gay.
I have some Facebook friends that are very vocal on not particularly liking the gay community. Not so much the gay community, but like the trans community. And they've been very vocal about it. And they've had their comments taken off. They've had their page restricted.
Let's put it this way.
They put it on a timeout for 30 to 60, 90 days.
When you've got a group on X called Gays Against Groomers, and they are absolutely against what certain segments of the gay and trans communities are doing, you realize that what Jordan Peterson said about intersectionality, you keep slicing thinner and thinner slices of intersectionality until all you have is individuals.
It's
phrasing.
Yes, phrasing.
Yeah. It's all about phrasing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. So we have pretty much talked about everything under the sun. And we still managed to talk about deleted scenes, channels, shows, and everything that he does during the week. Did we forget to mention anything, do you think?
Okay. Let's see. Well, like I said, Sundays, Western Cinema Presents Unscripted, which is kind of my little 1 hour rant show. The Other Side of Midnight, which is where we get to chill. Sometimes I have a panel. Sometimes I have a specific guest. Kind of depends. Sometimes there's a set topic. Most of the time, not. I have a show that usually airs on Mondays called the Mystery Movie Night Podcast that I do with Sin's Corner and Off the Cover, and occasionally
Awesome.
Kyle Corwith as well. She is. And, so that's when we review the Mystery Movie Night, which Regal and AMC do usually on Monday nights, and we come straight home out of the theater and we go on and we review the film. So you can find those on my channel. I have a whole I have many playlists actually, but I have one that's of the Mystery Movie Nights going all the way back to the first one that I did back in a couple of years ago. And let's see, Tuesday nights, of course, live from Spark 121. I occasionally show up on the Physical Media Show. Let's see, Thursdays, Action Theater, which I do with Bill. That's at 4:30 p.m. We did Thunderball earlier today, the James Bond film. The Weekend Update, which is usually right after the show, and will be right after we are done here. And let's see. Sometimes I do the Friday night films with friends with Big Al Presents. I know I'm going to be doing at least 2 more of those before the end of the year. But I'm open for more. It's up to whatever Al has planned. Because he also sometimes does that show with Soundtracks with Birdman, who's kind of the regular sidekick for that. And of course, he and Aged Boomer still have Robin to Sherwood to finish. And let's see, sometimes I'm on for a Saturday afternoon matinee over on Pop Culture Minefield, as I said. Basically the best thing to do is to just, you watch for my community page, and I always post to that before I do a show. So, stay tuned to that. It's usually the best way. So yeah, I am kind of all over the place to the point to where I almost kind of forget myself sometimes. I go, is that today? It is. Oh no. Okay, I'll be right there. I seem to be a man with a lot of plates spinning in the air right now. So. And what do I do when that happens? I add another show.
Right.
So we will see.
We're always joking that you never sleep.
I don't. Not really.
Yeah, it's like you got a lot of irons in the fire, and each one is different. That's what's so amazing.
Yeah,
is that you are able to make every stream something different. So there's something for everyone. So
If you're not subbed to Delete,
mix it
you are totally missing out. Hit the link to his channel is pinned to the top of the chat. Make sure you right click on that and subscribe if you're not already. And if you think you are, go back and double check you still are, because YouTube, I said, I lost 6 subs. So YouTube did a sweep and got rid of at least 6 of my subscribers. Troy lost 3 or 4. The leader lost a couple. So if you wouldn't mind going back and double checking you're still sub to us, we'd really appreciate that, because, yeah, it's like those subs mean a lot. And I'm always saying that a sub to you, it doesn't cost you anything to give a sub, to give a thumbs up, to drop a comment, a like, sharing out the stream work. It costs you nothing, but to us, it's immeasurable. It helps us to grow our channels, helps us to make our streams better, help our content better. Every little bit helps, because these aren't for us; they're for you, and we want to make sure that we're giving you the best that we can give you. Since Troy and Deleter are monetized, anything that you're giving to either of them for super chat, super stickers, and what have you, it helps out so much. For Troy, well, me and Troy, because we share it, it helps us to buy better equipment. So we have better lighting, better microphones. We still need to set up our mixer and figure out how to use it, because we did buy a mixer with some of the super chat money that Troy's gotten. We had bought a new modem and router because our internet was super slow, and just our computers were just lagging. And that just improved the quality of our internet speed and everything so much so that we were able to stream better. Our next thing is to get better lighting. We really want to kind of revamp our quote unquote YouTube studio, which is kind of a corner of our family room right now. And all of that helps. Every little bit helps all of us. So whether it's, you for those who are monetized, you're becoming a member for them, you're dropping super chats, super stickers, any of that stuff, it's wonderful. For those who aren't monetized yet, and even for those who are monetized, giving us the watch hour. So watching the streams on repeat, just having another tab open and playing some streams so we can help get those watch hours. For those who are monetized, it's for them to keep those watch hours so that they can stay monetized. For those of us who aren't monetized yet, like me, I'm still trying to get up there, it's helped me to get to that point, and then hopefully, keep up the consistency so that I can stay monetized once I get there. As I said, to us, it's immeasurable. For those of you who maybe this may not be your thing, where you plan to really grow your channel, or you don't plan to become monetized, you may not see it from our point of view. You may not realize what goes into it for us. But for those of us who are really trying to grow our channels, really trying to be there for our family, our community, these are just some of the things behind the scenes. We need a certain amount of subscribers to become monetized, along with a certain amount of watch hours. You need 3,000 watch hours just to become monetized, and then you need 4,000 watch hours consistently to have ad revenue. So you're getting that extra little bit from YouTube. So it does mean a lot. I mean, I've got my subscribers, hands down, because you guys are beautiful and wonderful. I'm trying to get my watch hours. For trying to delete it, it's keeping their watch hours. So if y'all can, whenever you have a minute, open up the streams, hit play all on something, just let it play in the background, and you will be helping us out immeasurably for that. The other thing is what they call the interaction, where you're dropping comments, you're doing the thumbs up or the like, or whatever they want to call it. You're sharing out the streams. Any of that interaction also helps our channels, because like I said, this is for you. We want them to be the best they can be for you. So, just really appreciate all that you do to encourage us. And I said, you're family, and family helps family. And as PJ always says, together we grow. So thank you for being that part of our family. Of course, I'll say my regular outro later, but I just want to thank y'all so much that you are always here and always very supportive and very encouraging. So I wanted to get that out there as not just part of my outro, but just to tell you that. And when I do my outro, I'm not just saying it just to say it. I mean everything that I say. It may be the same words each time, but I mean everything that I'm saying. So just letting y'all know that. And hello to Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective.
Hey.
It's like every time we run over, that's why other people come over because they're like, oh, they're still on. But we are wrapping up. So Delete, any final words?
Well, as I always say, thank you all once again for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the show. Hit the like, share out the stream, subscribe to everyone on the panel and in the chat if you have not done so yet. And if you have, make sure that you have. This is something that for me started out as it's kind of a lark, then it became a hobby, and then it's grown into something, and I want to keep growing it. So yeah, I kind of got a bit of a kick in the teeth over the last couple of weeks, but I seem to be getting back up from that now, and I'm going to keep going because you all show up in the chat every single time, and somebody on another channel had brought up that your subscribers vote for you.
Yeah.
They take the time out of their day and they choose to watch your show. And that's what it's all about. And that's what I was to the point to where I was considering, have I done the right thing being here on YouTube? Am I wasting my time? No, I'm not wasting my time, because I have 2,771 people who are voting for me right now to take the time out of their busy day when they could be doing anything else, when they could be watching anyone else. And they're choosing to watch my content. So that's why I'm going to continue.
Absolutely.
And
in fact, if you all stay right here, after the stream is over, you'll be redirected to Deleted Scenes, excuse me, weekend update.
So he can tell you everything that he's got coming up this weekend.
Yes,
indeed.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what were you saying, Deleted?
I was going to say that, I've been asked, what do I mean when I say this is how we win? And at the beginning, I really didn't have an answer for that. But when we are living in a world where there is all of this upheaval, where basically we got placed under house arrest for 2 years, and I came here and I found a family, and I found friends, and I had people who were willing to hear me out that I didn't think were out there before. So when I go and I do a movie review, or when I co-host a watch party, I see it as, since the actual entertainment industry doesn't seem to be interested in doing it anymore, we are the ones who have to bring in the entertainment. I don't know if this stat is true or not, but somebody told me the other day, there's Netflix and then there's YouTube. And then there's everybody else. I don't know if that's true, but I believe it. It is up to us now. And yes, as Darkwood says, it will get worse before it gets better. We're going to take some hits. They're going to come after us. They've already tried. They're doing it to Jeremy Johns. They're doing it to Star Wars Theory. You all know the stories. You don't need me to tell you.
So when you say this is how we win, what you basically mean is this is how we win the culture war. because
Yes.
honestly, we are starting to go through the same thing that we saw in Mao's China with the Great Leap Forward, but
Mhm.
we are not going to just bow down.
Absolutely not.
No. You know, I see it as this is my job now to bring either to actually entertain people or point them into the direction of good entertainment. Ultimately, that's what Live from Sparkwood 21 is about. That's what your Blake 7 show is about. That's what Toxic Tuesday is about. You know, and everybody, that's what Western Cinema Presents. That's what Action Theater is about. It is up to us, the content creators. So we cannot fight amongst ourselves. It is, as Dark Witch says in their chat, let's stick together.
Yeah.
That is how we win. Because divided, we fall. But together, we're strong. So.
Yeah, Sasha says, in a world where
That's what we
critical
do.
thinking is pound to pound, one man fights to make a difference.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yep. Well, we know what Delete is doing on his channels for the week. So, like I said, if you stay right here, you'll be redirected to why am I drawing a blank now? I just said it, to Weekend Update.
Weekend Update.
Then on Friday, we have Friday Night Last Call. And do you have a subject or anything in mind?
Yes, I do. Yep, the stream is up already. We will be talking about remakes. And we are going to be taking a little bit different tack than you might expect. Sometimes remakes are good. Sometimes, and we're going to give you a few examples of some remakes that have been good, that prove our point. And then we're going to take a look at some films and properties that we think deserve a remake. Not that we're saying that we believe that the current environment of the entertainment community is capable of making anything good right now, but you know, if the talent and the will is there, some ideas that should be revisited, I think.
Yep. And then Saturday is Big Al's stream. So Saturday over on Big Al Presents, we'll be watching
The Wraith, a kind of sci-fi fantasy film.
I've never seen it.
With Charlie Sheen and Sherilyn Fenn.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Oh, you just want to watch it for Sherilyn Fenn.
I'm not sure that she has that big a role in the film, but we'll see.
Hey, Sin's Corner showed up. Hi, sweetie.
There she is.
I gotta say hi in the
Sin.
chat. Let's see. Then on Sunday we have Geeky Geezers. And that is what time again? Because I know it's a slightly different time.
It is 8 Central, 9 Eastern.
There we go. 8 Central, 9 Eastern. Then we have on Monday.
Monday we have
Last Call
Monday night at the movies. I'm going to be doing this is actually the first time I'm announcing this. It's going to be a James Earl Jones double feature in honor of James Earl Jones. Field of Dreams, followed by Soul Man.
I know I've seen Field of Dreams. I might have seen Soul Man, but I don't remember. So this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, both great movies. Soul Man is what some of our friends on the other side of the aisle might call problematic.
And then Tuesday after Sparkwood 21, you will be doing another Blake's 7 episode.
Episode 2, Spacefall. I think we'll go a little bit earlier this time, so like 9:30. So it'll be more closer to like right after Sparkwood 21. Mm-hmm. And when I say 9:30, I mean 9:30 Central time. You know, as opposed to 10:30 Eastern time.
Yes. So Yeah, so 9:30 Central on Tuesday, right after Spark 121.
Yeah, it's
Troy
basically
will
going to
be-
be a block. We'll just
Yes.
boom, go
Yeah.
straight into it. Yeah.
And it's like, and if you like sci-fi and you've never seen Blake Seven, you're in for a treat. It's a really great British series.
Yep.
Despite the fact that Raj sounds American.
Yeah, he doesn't have a very thick. I mean,
He doesn't have an accent at all.
he does. He does.
Oh, it's very slight. Really is.
I think you're
It's like
so
my accent's stronger than his.
you're so used to the received pronunciation. I think you don't even notice it anymore.
No, it could be. Like, yeah, that's what I get from my mom being Lancashire lassie. Okay. So is that everything then? Oh wait. Oh no. Then Thursday.
Yeah,
What
that's
about
you.
Next Thursday, my special guest will be, excuse me, Gary Ambrosia. So he will be joining us to talk about himself and his channel and what he's got going on. And if you don't know, we'll get to know him. So that'll be fun. Dilly's already said his last words. Troy, any last words?
No, I just want to, very briefly reiterate everything that Netter said. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Everything you do makes this happen. Just think about what Netter said. We're doing this for you. You guys make this happen. And I mean that in the traditional sense. Whereas you have so many people in the entertainment industry calling you ists and phobes and every other name under the sun if you don't like what they do. We are saying, what do you want us to do? You are the customer. We want to provide you the best content possible. Absolutely. This is why we do what we do. So that's what she means when she says you guys make this stuff happen.
Yeah, but, it's like, and anytime you guys have suggestions for our channels, we take those to heart. So like when people suggest guests for Thursday Things, for example, I'll reach out to those people and ask them if they're interested. And if they are, great. I try, I book them, get them on. Some people are like, no, that's not my thing. I don't want to do that. That's totally fine too. Some people just don't like to guest on their channels or whatever, whatever it may be. So that's totally fine. You suggest movies. We take those to heart. We make lists. And if it's something that we can make doable, we will do them. If not, well, we do appreciate the suggestion and keep them coming, but it may be something that might necessarily work because of whatever it might be. It might be content or something like that. There are movies I've skipped over on my retro cinema because it's like they would not be appropriate to show on the stream. There's just ones that are way too violent. I know some of you are going, oh, a lot of nudity. And it's like, no, they're like very, very violent, kind of horror films. And it's like, I don't want to traumatize anybody because, I know people like horror films, but some of these can be a little much. So yeah, I won't show those. So whenever I would suggest a movie that I'm not familiar with, because maybe I've never seen it, and I asked Troy, hey, what about this one? He's like, no, too violent. We're not doing that one. So things like that. So there's some movies that I have skipped over because they're just not something that I think the audience should be subjected to. Things like that. And I like Geek Fly with me. I want to be able to look at each other in the eyes and say, are we having fun or what? I love that. But anyways, you guys are amazing and totally Osmo. And I can't say that enough. Again, please make sure that you are sub to every member of the panel as well as every member of the chat. I said, I've lost 6 subs recently. Delete's lost a couple. Troy's lost a couple. So just go back and double check that you are still subbed because YouTube. And of course, with that said, we can talk amongst ourselves and that's all well, good and fun. But it's so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat and you're dropping those comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. And it doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases. Hi, Sashi. It feels like we're all hanging out in the same room. We're enjoying each other's company and we're having a great time. You want to pass the popcorn?
Yeah.
Thanks. And you guys, you know you're not just our friends. You are our family. We love you guys and we appreciate you so very much. You can be anywhere and you're here. That is so encouraging and so amazing. I said, you guys are Osmo. And for any new people in the chat that don't know what Osmo is, I'll give a really quick explanation of that. Way back in the day, we belonged to a church and the men would play basketball. Well, the wives decided to be cheerleaders. Well, one of the wives apparently couldn't spell. We were going out to do that cheer, AWESOME, you're awesome. Well, she couldn't spell. So she did AWESMOE, you're, and then paused and went, Osmo? So we decided, between Troy and I, that Osmo meant better than awesome. It's like the best it can be. So when I say you guys are Osmo, you are the best it can be. The best you can be. You are amazing and Osmo. So that's an explanation for that. But thank you all so very much for being here. Thank you for encouraging us in each of our streams. I love seeing you guys so much. You are our family. And if you're not here, I miss you. So thank you for being here. I said, thank you for being a part of our family. Thank you for the encouragement. And until next